guys, here with CEO, TKE, top leader on Markets Live. Dontay Holloway.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Dontay Holloway from Southern California, top leader with TKE, and I just want to welcome you guys to our new segments that we're going to be doing every week. You guys come in, stay tuned to everything that we do. We will be making major moves, and I want you guys to follow along.
Major. Well, I wanted to know, man, I've never asked you this, but like, how did you start, being an entrepreneur? Like, what made you want to strive for more?
Me, it was out of college. The college scholastics, I did everything, got my master's in business, but I just knew, I had known so many people that went to college, did the whole college thing. I played professional football overseas, and it was just the fact of, I played in Canada. I played 5 years, shattered my neck, bounced back, came back from that. But I just always had the business mentality, always had the entrepreneurial mentality. I went to college for business, so I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know what I wanted to actually strive at. And I went into multiple different businesses, ventures. I went into clothing, music, nightclubs. I ran my own promotion company. But something that really stuck to me is about a year ago is when I actually came into the Forex market. I met some real big players in the game, like Austin Gossi. I met Roy Taylor. I met my guys, Ian Weaver. And these guys, they showed me the ropes of, how to get started on iMarkets Live. They showed me the both sides of it, the business aspect of it, of the marketing, as well as the trading side of it. And I seen that I can take, a simple thing like my phone and utilize it, because I'm always on my phone anyways, whether it's emailing. So I took that, and I took maybe a month of actually studying, of seeing what it was, what trading was, how it can help me, and I kind of just ran with it. Started trading for myself, made amazing amount of money in a short period of time, and that's when I started to teach and show others as far as how the Forex market ran. And since then, now, my business is in, 5-6 different countries, 11 different states. There's a couple hundred people on my team, and we're growing gradually. And that's what's kind of been pushing me, is the fact that I get to help others, achieve some of their goals, and not just myself. It's more like, it sounds so cliche. People say, it's more of a team thing. But for me, I'm really, really team oriented, where, if it's me making a lot of money, I'd rather have, me make $1,000 rather than $10,000 and share the $1,000 with each of my guys.
So what would you say to any entrepreneurs or any people that are interested in entering the Forex market?
To be honest with you, the only thing I can say to any entrepreneur looking to get into the Forex market is just do it. Like, there's so many people that hold back and they don't try, and it doesn't have to do just with the Forex market, just with in general, as far as taking a risk at anything that you want to achieve and accomplish. I mean, you're never going to be able to accomplish anything without trying. More people became successful over failing over and over, but it was the doing aspect of the business that they did what made them accomplish. If you look at it, I'm not a big fan of him, but Donald Trump, our president, failed multiple times, filed bankruptcy multiple times, but still on the top list of the richest men in the world. Elon Musk failed multiple times trying to launch a rocket, but now he's that go-to guy. So people are just afraid to actually take action and take that risk to become an entrepreneur, because I think it's not the fear of failure, it's the fear of success, of what they're going to do next after that. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's just taking the risk factor of everything.
What have you learned so far in this journey?
In this journey, I say my biggest thing that I've learned is you'll gain plenty and lose more. And I'm not talking about money. I'm saying you'll gain lots of entrepreneurial friends, and you'll lose a lot of friends that you thought were really there for you. Because there's a lot of things that I've lost, as far as like some of my closest friends. We're still friends, but I just see things on a different playing field. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a whole different mindset.
My mindset has changed. It altered what I want to accomplish, to where I'm not out at the clubs all night. Now I have something to do. Like, I can read the market at night. I'd rather read the market than go spend money at a club, and that's just my perception on things now. I have all the rest of my life to go out and party, and I have a long life to live. But I'd rather just enjoy it while I can right now and grind for my kids, their schooling, whatever they want to do in the future, so they don't have to go through the things that I went through growing up.
So that's the reason why you hustle so much, because I see, your work ethic. You're like a working horse. Is that who you do it for your kids?
Yeah, mainly it's for my kids. I don't want to be able to say I can't. That's like a word that I don't like to use. And to be able to give them what they want is my main goal. Like everything aside from that, my main goal is just to make sure my kids have everything, whether it's for school, their plays, anything. I want to be able to accomplish just being able to say, Dad, I need this, and they really don't have to ask. It's there for them. So I want to be able to provide a solid foundation for them to build off of. So when I go on, they'll have a business that they can run from me already creating that legacy. You know what I mean? Like it's just the foundation of things that each parent should want. Whether you're an entrepreneur or not, being able to go out there and build something from the ground up to say it's yours, your kids can hold on to it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see that.
Let me ask you some questions.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
What was some of the things that you took a liking to when you came across the TKE family?
Honestly, I seen the lifestyle you guys were living. I wanted that. I did whatever I can. I'm still doing whatever I can to be in that position, to where you're at. Just not even like financially, but mentally. Like, the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you lead others. That's like, I've always wanted to do that, but I just didn't know how. And now that I have like that role model as you as a mentor, I'm just like, man, this guy's living now, it's all up to me if I want to like go up from here. So yeah, that's how I see it.
Okay. Now, if you can say, what's been the hardest part of taking your journey into entrepreneurship?
Honestly, I'd say getting out of my comfort zone. I've always been the party, people person, going out every weekend, hanging out with friends, doing the same old thing every weekend, just doing the norms, But then, like, I kind of seen I have to sacrifice some things in order to level up, And that's what a lot of people don't do. So I seen that you have to do the opposite of what people do, the masses, opposite of what the masses do. While people are out partying, I'm over here grinding. While people are over there on Thursday, I'm out here grinding. While people are sleeping, I'm out here grinding. I have to do whatever it takes, and I see that now, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes, to get there.
Absolutely. Now, if I can, so before we end this, if I can say two things that I've learned about you since we started this journey together. One, the passion behind what you do is absolutely amazing, and I highly, praise that. And number two, the main thing that I like about you is that you're you. Like you don't have to go out and live something or do something that's out of your norm to be you. And that's what's key. That's what's key in a lot of people's success in business is just being them. Because when you're just you and you just do as you please, more people are going to attract to you. It's not the how much money you spend and how many bottles you can pop. That's not what people pay attention to. That's what groupies pay attention to. But what you as a genuine person, you're going to go far in the business world. And I like working with you because I know when you need help, I'm a phone call away. But the main thing that I would honestly say about you is like keep your passion up, because it's not how much money you make while you're doing it, it's more or less how many people you can help on the way to checking your bank account. And that's my model. I can make thousands and thousands a week, but how many people in that process can I help on that way? That's my goal. It's not just to make, see how big I can get my bank account while my friends starve.
Yeah.
The more I can take people with me to the bank, then the more I can show people. The same thing I can do is the same thing you can do. and I, you know, coming from poverty to, I've tasted success. You know, I fell off of success. You know, and now I'm at the point where I'm like, yeah, I made my mark, and I'm here to stay in this you know, this financial market. And that's the same thing I want you to do. I want you to put that stamp in there and say, you know what, I'm gonna become that leader that I want to become, not just for myself, but to help others on the way in that journey. That'll be the main thing. Once you nail that down, you're gonna be phenomenal. You're gonna be unstoppable.
I look up to you, bro. Honestly. So
signing off.
You heard it live. Dontay Holloway.
Appreciate
CEO,
you guys.
TKE.
You guys hit me up. TKE CEO at IG. You guys can also email me. Check my IG _. Just hit me up. Follow the life. Follow the journey. Make sure you get off your ass to get what you want, or stay where you're at.
We're talking to you, and you, and you, and you in the corner.
Okay. All of you.